Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. It's Sunday afternoon. It's 2 p.m. And so it's time for Ask Dr. Lulu. Thank you guys so much for joining me every Sunday afternoon, spending your time with me. I'm talking serious business, but of course, somebody has to talk about it. So if not me, then who? So in today's video, we're going to tackle episode 2 of our top 5 things you need to do, or rather your teens need to be doing in order to stay well-rounded. So last week we talked about 5 things your teens need to be doing in order to stay well-rounded. And today we're going to talk about the second 5 things. So the first 5 things from last week, does anybody remember? Can anybody type in, whoever remembers? Hi, Araceli. And the top 5 things we talked about last week that the teenagers can do. Anyone? All right, while you're thinking about the top 5 things from last week, I'm going to tell you guys who I am. If you're meeting me for the first time, my name is Dr. Lulu. I am a board-certified pediatrician with, yes, almost 30 years clinical experience. I am a mom of 2 teenagers and 1 young adult. I am a wife, and I'm a disabled veteran. So I'm bringing you guys this information live every Sunday because if not me, then who? So basically, if you're watching this video on a replay, please take a moment and tell me who you are and where you're joining me from. I love to see that. If you're watching this video live, hey, you guys are my peeps. Take a seat and take 1 minute to invite your friends. Anyone who knows a teenager, anyone who has a teenager, anyone who is a teenager. If you're a grandmother of a teenager, if your neighbor is a teenager, invite them. You got 1 minute, okay? Starts counting now, okay? My family is in the background. They're inviting their friends too. I love the hearts. I love the thumbs up. And I like it to be interactive. So when I ask questions or when I say something, do me a favor, write something down. Hi, Araceli. Write something down. Let me know that you're here, okay? Just let me know that you're here. So we're going to get started. So last week we talked about 5 activities your teens should be doing in order to stay well-rounded. Those 5 things were: 1, they must go to school. It's all about school, baby. You are a student and a child, and that's your job, okay? Go to school, get good grades, get a good education, and then go off to college, okay? Second thing, you must be present in your family. Your family must get to know you, and you must get to know your family. You should be a good ambassador of your family. Hi, Pearl, how are ya? A good ambassador of your family. Another thing we talked about was spending time with yourself, some alone time, to get to know yourself, get to know your dreams, get to know who you really are. Hi, Caitlin. That's one of the things you want to do from last week. And then one other thing we talked about was friends. We mentioned that friends can do you good, they can do you wrong. Good, the bad, and the ugly of friends. And whereas I talked about my friend from way over 30 years ago from high school, how we're still friends to this date, those are the kind of good friends you want. So good friends. And the last point from last week was self-care, just taking care of yourself, brushing your teeth every day, getting enough rest, 9 hours of sleep, putting that phone down. Yes? Okay, so this week we have 5 more exciting things that your kids should be doing, or you as teenagers, 5 more things you should be doing in order to stay well-rounded. What is a well-rounded child, you ask me? Of course, a well-rounded person is someone who, we said last week, is knowledgeable, is capable, and he's just able to participate in different things. He knows different things. He can do different things. He's not necessarily doing all things, but he does different things. So that's a child who is well-rounded. So the first thing we're going to talk about today is volunteering, my favorite thing to do. Yes, my kids would tell you, I'm all about getting out there and helping people. It's a life of service, people, a life of service. So volunteering, what are the good values of volunteering? 2 V's. Number 1 is an excellent resume builder. Yes, if you're going to go to college, trust me, you want to volunteer, baby. You want to volunteer. The college scouts, they want to see that you're doing something outside of your comfort zone. You're doing something out of your realm, something to help other people. But you better be honest about it. You're not just doing it for 2 or 3 months to get points. and for your resume to look good. You're not doing that. You are going out there and actually helping people. So one of the values will be it will build your resume, but also it will make a difference in other people's lives. My kids have grown so much in the times that they've spent at the Ronald McDonald House. We built 4 Habitat for Humanity homes. We volunteered with Meals on Wheels. We volunteered at the soup kitchen, at the sandwich place. We have volunteered, and I made sure that they like that. And for instance, we went to the, I think, San Antonio Food Bank multiple times. And one good thing that came out of it is my oldest son, who is in college, guess what? He volunteered with the inner city kids over there at Stanford, my own kid. So yes, something good comes out of it. He works with the LGBT community right now, and he loves it. It's all about service, y'all. One other thing that volunteering does is it opens your eyes. Can someone please write down open? Hi, Ellis. Opens your eyes. Can someone please write down opens your eyes? It opens your eyes and it humbles you. Helps you to get to know what else is out there. What else is out there? Who else is out there? It's about the faces, y'all, right? So yes, that's another thing about volunteering. And then of course, career exploration. Do you realize that you might think you want to be a veterinarian? And then you volunteer at the, I don't know, animal shelter, and you hate it. And then you realize, dogs are not for me, cats are not for me. Career exploration. Or you may not think you want to be a veterinarian. You volunteer at the dog shelter and you love it. So it could build character, y'all. It will definitely build character and help you with your future. You can also learn new skills. Yes, my kids learn how to build homes, y'all. It's not something that they will learn from my home, from my house. But when they build those Habitat for Humanity homes, they were able to learn new skills. I'm not going to say that they are builders today, but one of them wants to be an architect, and the other one has learned how to volunteer. So I'm telling you guys, they build long-lasting skills. Volunteer, y'all. Volunteer and mean it, and be consistent at it, okay? Don't just do it just to build up your resume, because we will see through that, okay? So what are the places you can volunteer? The pet store, the Ronald McDonald House. Hey, just Google volunteering places for teens. Knock it out, okay? You can volunteer to help your neighbor, your elderly neighbor. You can pick up her mail. You can walk her dog. It doesn't have to be something for, something like in a big place. It could just be your neighbor who's maybe housebound. You go every day, you pick up her mail for her, or you go every day, you walk her dog, or you go every day and say, hi, Mrs. Duncan, how are you doing? As an example, right? So it's not just a fancy place. You could also just volunteer to help your mother, right? And you may not get paid for that, but your mama would love you. Yes? Good. Awesome. So when you see the grass growing around the house, say, Mommy, you know what? I want to mow the lawn. And she'd be like, oh, I love you, son or daughter, right? Volunteer to babysit your siblings. We could go to town with this, but just learn how to think about someone else and not you. That's, I think, the ultimate lesson of volunteering, is that there's other people out there besides you, and you can actually help them. And it's okay because it costs nothing, but you feel really, really good inside, okay? Second thing, of course, I had to go there, sports and extracurricular activities. Someone write sports and extracurricular activities. Someone write that down for me. Thanks, Miss Ellis. I see you doing your work today. Thank you so much. So sports and extracurricular activities. Yes? Sports, I know everybody knows about that. I'm going to mention a few extracurriculars like dancing, debate club, chess club, being a librarian. I was a librarian when I was in elementary school. And I think partially because I used to talk a lot and they wanted me out of the class and not to disrupt other kids. So they thought they were punishing me by sending me to the library. Well, guess what? I fell in love with books and I've been in love ever since. So yes, you can also add being a librarian to extracurricular activities. But I'm going to mostly focus on sports today. So what are the things that sports can do for your child or for you as a teenager? It can build strength, we know that, and all the good stuff about muscle strength and flexibility and all that. But also it can build character and definitely can build good leadership skills. And it can help you to work as a team. There's no team of one in football. There's no team of one in basketball. Even if you're Steph Curry, you still need the rest of your teams because you might be good at the 3-pointers, but you may not be good at rebounds. You need your teammates for that. So what does sports teach you? It also teaches you to learn how to work with others. Okay, so can someone please, oh, thank you guys for the loves. I love it. And we can teach you how to learn, you can learn how to work with others. Something else it teaches you is cooperation. Knowing that, okay, I can't do this, I'm going to let someone else do that. That's what sports does for you also. And then I think more importantly, it helps you set goals. Like you say, okay, today I'm just starting basketball for the first time. I'm not good at it, but I'm going to come every day. That's my goal until I'm good at it, or until I learn how to do the perfect 3-point shot from the other basket. I don't know, whatever your goals are. But it does help you to build goals and stick with those goals. And if someone say academics, of course, sports helps you with academics. Of course, it helps you to stay focused, right? You need to focus with your books. So sports teaches you that. So yes, academics is another thing that sports can help you do. There are a few things that may not be so good. Oh yeah, I mentioned, yeah, weight control, but also self-esteem and learning life skills. But there's a few things I wanted to mention about sports. Now, one thing that in America, at least, and even in other countries, that we do with most teenagers that actually play sports, one of the things that we do is we tend to idolize them. And then they're like lords, and then we kind of praise them, and we might praise them too much. And what does that do? That can go to your head. And there have been lots and lots of cases in the news where football stars or football teams have either maybe ganged up and raped a girl or did something bad. So there have actually been studies that show that excessive praising and idolizing of those little teenagers who are just trying to learn and know who they are, excessively idolizing them can also go the other way. They can become bullies because, oh, well, I'm the star quarterback, so you can do anything to me. They can learn some bad habits as well. So I wanted to caution us, in as much as sports has all these good things, you can also have that as a bad thing from sports. One other thing you will notice with sports is, of course, you can have injuries. So I do have to mention that as a doctor, that you need to know your limits. Just because I said go out there and play sports, thank you guys for the loves. Just because I said go out there and play sports doesn't mean if you feel like you have an injury, you need to call a timeout. We need you. The parents need you. Yes, the coach wants you to play and win all the time, but look at what happened to our baby boo, Kawhi Leonard at the San Antonio Spurs. He got an injury and he never really was able to get back to play last year. And then he got traded. So what good was he to us? Being very good, but sitting at the bench. So if you know that you have an injury, call a timeout, tell your parents, get it checked out before you go back. Okay? Don't say Dr. Lulu told you to do that and then you didn't listen to your body. So that's number 2. So the first one was volunteering. Second thing was sports and extracurricular activities. The third thing you want to do is get a job. Can somebody say get a job? Somebody write down get a job for me. One of the things you want to do as a teenager is get a job, be it part-time or full-time. Just get it. I think at the age of 15, actually 13 in the state of Texas, you can become a babysitter. So yes, that's a job. That's a paying job. And one of the things it teaches you is responsibility, right? And character. And if you say you're going to be at work at 8 o'clock, you better be there at 7:59. So it teaches you punctuality also. And getting a job gives you extra spending money. Yay! You get extra spending money and you give your mama a break. But also with the money comes financial education. You need to now learn how to save your money, how to spend your money, how to earn money, period. What are the top 5 things I told my kids to do with their money? The first one, you give to your mama. Give the first 20% to your mama. Yes, hey, give it to your mama. The second 20%, you want to save that. You want to save that. Learn how to save your money. The third 20% you want to spend. That's just free spending money. That's fine. I don't care. You can spend it. The fourth 20% you want to invest that money. Yes, you want to invest that. And the fifth 20% will be miscellaneous, but mainly for me, because I have college-age kids, is that helps you with your college. You want to help pay for your college, because I'm not paying for all your college. Oh no, I'm not. You're going to get scholarships. I'm going to give you a little something, but you're going to also help pay for your college. So 5 things you want to do with your money when you start making money, because it's part of growing up, right? Yes. So extra spending money, financial education, work experience. That looks good on your resume, doesn't it? Yes, you worked at Pizza Hut, or you worked at, I don't know, Chick-fil-A. And of course, we can now check with them to do a reference on you. You can also do a reference to somebody, and you can refer someone, or just tell him, I sent you. If you're not a good employee, you're going to be saying, who sent you? I don't know, right? So getting a job, being a good employee, you can also send references, and you can be a good reference. Oh, an example. My oldest son was working at Pizza Hut while he was, I think, 16, 17 or whatever. Then he went off to college, and his brother went to Pizza Hut to get a job. And as soon as he walked in and said he was so-and-so's brother, the lady was like, what? You're so-and-so's brother? You're hired. Like literally, without knowing who he was hired on the spot. That's the power of a good employee, okay? And of course, sense of responsibility, we talked about that. That's one of the things you want to do. If you get a job, you want to build up responsibility. You want to become reliable. You want to be responsible. You want people to know that, oh, that's a good worker. It looks great on your resume. Thanks for the thumbs up, and other things like that. Let me see who else we got here. We got Helen Mutua. Hi, Tisha. Hello. Hi, Neka. Hi, Ugo. Hi, Lauren. Hi, everyone. And so the fourth thing we're going to talk about is my personal favorite, which is writing and journaling. I love to write. If you know me, I love to talk, and I also love to write. There is this really, really neat website that I discovered during my research. It's called Journal Buddies. journalbuddies.com. They also have an awesome Facebook page. Please look them up. No, they didn't ask me to put a plug in for them, but why not? It's a great, great website. They have lots of creative ideas. They have lots and lots of ideas, so much resources. I was like, oh my God, I need to go here from time to time to get ideas on what to write about. There are lots and lots of things. You will love it. So if you like to write like I do, go to journalbuddies.com. We all know people, famous journalers like Oprah. Everybody knows that she loves to write on her gratitude journal. So call it what you like. I call mine Dear Diary from when I was a child, but you can call it whatever you like, but make sure that every single day you write something on your journal. That helps mentally, helps kind of settle you into who you are, helps with your thoughts, helps you relax, and kind of just pour your heart out in your book on the pages. One thing I noticed about writing for me personally, when I'm mad at someone, I take a deep breath, and rather than say something to that person, I write about it. When I have something bad that's happened to me, I write about it. And then maybe 2 or 3 days later, I read it and it's like, oh, it wasn't so bad. Or maybe it was. And if you're like me, if you have enough journals written over the years, you can type them up and you can print it and you can have a book. Yes, so teenagers, you're not too young to write a book. So journal, write. Self-esteem issues, mental health issues, pour it down in your books, pour it down in the pages. You're gonna thank me later. Okay, let me see, is there something else? You can also write your personal goals. You can write your vision, you can write your personal goals in your journal. And we all know about famous people who have written their goals down, and many, many years later, they came back and they looked at all the goals and they either achieved all of them or they didn't achieve all of them or they tweaked it along the way. However you want to do it, just make sure you can also write your goals, your dreams, your vision in your book, in your journal, right? What else? Let me see. I think it also helps you to feel in control of your emotions. For me, I feel like I said, when I want to get upset, I just hold on to it. When I get home, I'm writing. When I went through my divorce, I wrote, I know, like 30-something pages. And I remember my mom telling me, girl, you need to publish that. People need to hear about it. I just wrote and I wrote and I wrote, and it helped me feel so much better. So that's me. You may not be a writer, but you can always start, right? Practice makes perfect. So start writing today and you might even like it. Okay, and last but not least, I thought this was really, really interesting. So number 5 is run for office. So when I was researching for today, I found that 4 teenagers are running for office in the state of Kansas. Can you believe that? That is so inspiring. I don't think they know what they're up against, but the point is that they're trying to run anyway. They know that they have something to offer and they want to show it. I like that. It builds character, responsibility. It's a life of service, helps you with teamwork, helps you with just being present and knowing who you are. Thanks for the thumbs up signs. So someone write run for office for me, please. You can run for office as a teenager. Case in point, my son, my baby son, when he was 11 years old, guess who ran for office? He ran for president of the little student body in his, I think for 5th grade. And guess who won? Him, my little guy. And his little platform was, I'm going to stomp out bullying. I remember that. He said, I'm going to stomp out bullying. And he won. So yeah, it may not mean a lot to anyone else, but as his mother, I videoed his campaign. I was his little campaign manager, and I videoed his campaign. I recorded his campaign video, and I was just so proud of him to be 11 years old and to want to run on his own and to win. Of course, down the line, you know, he's going to be, oh, that's when I was 11. But now as a 17-year-old, you can run for office in your school. You can also run for office in college. My oldest son is the president of his Little Wind Symphony. Great, winning points. So you can run for office, y'all. Teenagers, parents, tell your kids, you know, how about running for office? Okay, start small. Run for your school student body or something. Run for a smaller thing if you don't want to run for president. But just put yourself out there. Get exposed, get yourself out there. You never, ever know what kind of seeds you're planting and how they're going to grow. So those are my 5 points for you guys today. I know, I get excited. Sorry, but it is what it is. So 5 things that we talked about today. Number 1, volunteering, the value of volunteering, V of V. Volunteering. Second thing was sports and extracurricular activities. We talked about the good and the bad of that. Getting a job, be it part-time, be it full-time. You want to get a job. It looks great on your resume. You can thank Dr. Lulu later, okay? And then you want to journal, write, if you're a writer. And of course, last was run for office, which I think everyone should actually try, as a matter of fact. So those are my 5 points that I have for you guys today. Don't forget to like my page. Don't forget to share my page now. And don't forget to invite your friends next Sunday. If you learn anything, if it was worth your while, if you think it was anything good, tell people about it. Spread the word. It's 20 minutes of your time on Sunday afternoon. Not too bad. Okay. I have my website coming up very soon. I'm excited about that. Also, this Tuesday, oh my God, I almost forgot. This Tuesday, join me 8 p.m. Eastern or 7 p.m. Central. I'm going to be on One Touch Live. I'm going to be a guest with Dr. Pei. She's my patient's mom from way back, and she's doing big things. She's doing things bigly. And so I'm going to be a guest. Of course, we're going to be talking about teens and depression. Can't get tired of it, y'all. We got to fight to keep our kids alive. It takes a freaking village to do it. So let's go for it. So I'll see you guys next Sunday. In the meantime, practice everything that I preached today, and I'll see you guys next Sunday. Don't forget to like my page, share my page. I am on Instagram as Dr. Lulu. I'm also on Twitter, yes, and I'm on LinkedIn, and I have a YouTube page. So you guys can find me everywhere. And if all else fails, look for Dr. Uche Naomi. That's my other name, okay? I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. If you have any questions, comment below, please. Your questions, let me see. Hi, Iore. Oh my God, good to see you. Yes. Awesome. And my mom was also here, so that's good. So guys, please spread the word. Thank you guys so much for spending your Sunday afternoon with me. If it's Sunday afternoon, if it's 2 p.m., it's time for Ask Dr. Lulu. I love you guys. Peace. All right, do them.